Yo, what's up? What's happening, fam? About to get into another game of Madden NFL online gameplay. All I know is, man, I don't play a lot of online gameplay, but this is gonna be good.
Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Wilson Seahawks. So let's get you up to CenturyLink Field in Seattle. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big gain there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
All right, here we go. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Jameis Olawale. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the game. But with his linebacker size, that allows the team to use him wherever they want to make plays.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that 2nd-year jump out of Walford. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go with Murray again, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line, but how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Fresh set of downs here. They come out here in the I. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. Here's Wolford over the middle. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tackle made there by Ben Heaney. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it'll be 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Travis Carey back deep for the Raiders. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. Murray, the lone setback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 53 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They start on the ground with Rawls. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go again with Rawls. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, big time right here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. started all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Murray, the lone setback. Here's Carr to throw. Out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing his Carr on third down. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They come out here in the eye. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to air one out. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas rolls, 51 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken about the 12. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Washington, 87 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
They come out here in the I. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down. Okay, let's talk rookies while we have a little breather here. Who's impressed you so far from those first-year guys?
Well, Corey Coleman out of Baylor, now with Cleveland. Everyone said he was explosive. He's been exactly that. How about Will Fuller? That young man does have a flair for the dramatic, doesn't he?
Did you see his catch?
Oh,
he
that
bobbled
was
it up to himself.
Popped it right to himself. He knows what he's doing, and he's playing really well for the Texans. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Artie Burns in Pittsburgh, the corner's playing really well. And the guy, Vernon Butler with Carolina, he's part of that rotation with KK Short and starred low to relay.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
14.
Third and long. It's Wilson trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, and so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how.
And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. Murray the lone setback. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. The final shot here before half for Carr. His throw incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 47 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete. You know, partner, 2 weeks ago before the season started, we made our Super Bowl predictions, and I can't even remember who you took. Who'd you take?
I took Green Bay and New England. I went on a limb.
You're looking good.
Listen,
yeah,
I went on the strongest limb I could find, and right now New England off to a 2-0 start. Who knows?
I went on an equally safe limb. I went Steelers over the Panthers. Panthers with that week 1 loss, but Big Ben and company 2-0.
Well, they only lost to the defending Super Bowl champs.
That's acceptable on the road. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On third down, Murray. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard.
Feeling you going to quit, man. Real talk, you making some crazy plays, man. You ain't thinking, man. Like, you ain't learned yet. You can't beat my defense, man. Come on, man. You ain't thinking at all, bro. You might well quit. Aw, man. Why are you not moving forward, man? Like, what in the world? Could have been a touchdown. Oh, man.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wilson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to lose yardage here. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Well,
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 7 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just...
Madden rushing me, man. They rushing me, man. They rushing me. I wasn't even ready. I had the wrong play. It's all good, though. We got the ball back. Headed to the last quarter, man. So I already know it's a win. Keep fighting, though. Never know. You might come back. Very likely, though.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down.
4 down, 4 down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. Going to Rawls on the dump off. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Doug Baldwin from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A strong running. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
Know the game over, man.
Mistakes will win.
Don't even try that flashy crap.
They're only one of the game. Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
I'm on you, man.
And maximizing opportunities.
Better come with it.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray.
Boy.
3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Telling you, man.
That wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what?
I don't really got too much to say.
You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later.
We ready. That's all I'm going to say. We ready. We ready. We ready. Change up the game plan. We ready.
He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Carr to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's brought down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr going to throw, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I just want to know if she's done yet. You want to still keep playing? Seahawks all day, baby.
Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punches.
I already know where you're going before you even do it. You do your play. I already know what you're about to do, man. Trying to blitz me now. I already know.
How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easy.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They stay on the ground, rolls again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. The play clock's running down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Time for a break. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Carr, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And fights him off. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down. Here's Wilson looking deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Man, I can live with that one interception all game, all day, man. That don't bother me. I was just trying to play around in the first place. I knew my risk. But I'm very pleased by the game I played today, so I ain't really worrying about it, man. It was a good game. A very good game. So, Seattle Seahawks on top, baby. That's all I gotta say.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brent.